Ladies and gentlemen, esteemed participants, on behalf of the International Committee of Red Cross, ICRC, and its regional delegation in Russian Federation, Belarus, and Moldova, I am delighted to address you today and sincerely thank the organizers of St. Petersburg International Legal Forum for their invitation to this important event. It allows people with diverse background, such as government officials, business owners, representatives of science and educational institutions, and others to engage online together on the important topics of the forum's business program. We all know that pandemics such as COVID-19 brought forward multiple challenges. It has demonstrated very clearly that pandemics cannot be won by one or two countries. These global problems require a global solution. Frontline responders such as health workers and humanitarian organizations, especially those working in situations of armed conflicts, such as the ICRC, constantly face risks. Pandemic did not stop wars, unfortunately. On the contrary, it added another layer of complexity, and the combination of the two, war and COVID-19, makes our work in protecting and assisting the victims of conflict essential. Hence, we stepped up our response during the virus by continuing the provision of humanitarian relief and the protection to the communities for whom COVID-19 is just additional threat. Commending Russia's significant role in the development of the vaccine against COVID-19, I would like to draw the attention of the audience to the access to vaccine. Now, when different vaccines became available around the world, we need to ensure that everyone, including those living in war zones, have equal access to them. Notably, the plenary session of this forum is titled Vaccination by Law. Undeniably, the international humanitarian law must be a guiding consideration for ensuring access of affected populations without discrimination to COVID-19 vaccines across the entire territories of the countries affected by armed conflicts. Where states affected by armed conflicts cannot meet the basic needs, including medical needs, of their population, they must grant consent to an offer of impartial humanitarian organizations to conduct humanitarian activities, including those related to vaccinations, and try to ease restrictions where possible. The ICRC often works in zones of conflict and post-conflict places. As a neutral, impartial humanitarian organization, we help people regardless their political, ideological, and social belonging. It is worth mentioning that while fighting terrorism, states have developed and adopted powerful new legislations and continue doing so to criminalize terrorism in any forms. The ICRC condemns any acts of terrorism. However, while adopting such legislations, states should not forget about their obligations under the international humanitarian law to allow humanitarian organizations like ICRC to do their job, including providing medical assistance or humanitarian aid to civilians in desperate need. We would like to highlight the importance of the relevant humanitarian exemptions within the legislation that must be included. We also appeal to all the states to support the inclusion of humanitarian exceptions into the documents of intergovernmental organizations, such as the one that we saw within the United Nations Security Council Resolution 2462, which was supported amongst other states by Russia. Another key element to remember is that ICRC workers do not carry weapons or even protective equipment while working in risky and extremely dangerous situations. The only protection we have is our logo. It includes the protective emblem of the Red Cross or Red Crescent on the white background. Russia is one of the very few states in the region which does not have Red Cross, Red Crescent emblem legislation, as we call it. The law that regulates the use of the life-saving emblem. The absence of such law leads to a misuse of this protective emblem. We know that much work has been done today to move this issue forward in Russia. and we stand as an institution ready to provide our expertise in bringing adoption of such law soon. Once again, thank you for the opportunity to present here today, and I wish organizers and the participants a successful and a productive international legal forum. Thank you.